So let's make sure everything is showing. Okay, sweet. Hello, YouTube. Happy Monday, everybody. Just a random live session here on the tube, and yeah, we're just waiting here. So let's wait for people to pop in, and then we'll talk about the trade. We are just waiting for people to pop in, and then we'll talk a bit. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Kirk? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you had a nice weekend, a good start to your October. First, so funny. I remember when social media started to get like bigger, people would like comment funny things like first, like for a compliment about you, or like for a raid, or like for TBH or something like that. Oh my gosh, throwback days for sure. So right now, I'm just waiting for price to kind of do its thing. It's very, very sideways. I kind of think I'm going to take off one position at this point, um, just because I'm not really vibing with the sideways chop right now. But I will go ahead and explain like my thought process behind my trades. So I don't like this. This looks like a little tiny 5 minute supply that just created here. So this could be not a what is it called? A good long anymore. So let's see how price closes on this next 5 minute candle. But I'll just explain my thought process behind these trades, and then that'll probably be it for today's stream, whatever happens. But essentially, my thought process behind these trades is we are currently finding its way up higher. If you look at the entire range of the day, let me pull it up. 630 high, the low. Okay. So if you look at the 50% range of the day, we have already not only broken but closed above. And so I'm just looking for a push back into the other 50% of the day that we had this morning. And based on our trend line, we are starting to move our way up. The 1 minute has been respecting it up until this moment, and now we're starting to sideways chop. And so I'm just looking for long plays off of this trend line to go towards the top of the range. That's basically it. As far as like entries go, so taking the long positions off the 5 minute demand levels. So lower time from demand, not using the higher time from demand here. And I do recognize this is going to be all-time highs, so it's only Monday. No one knows if we're going to actually get up there, right? But I'm just targeting for a high day of the range. So anyways, entry, the reasoning for it is the 5 minute demands. I have these little boxes here. This 5 minute demand is a little iffy for me, to be really honest with you. However, it's part of it. I'm gonna have to take it because it's part of the playbook. So I took it. Um, it would be off of this guy. It would be off the close of this guy technically. So that's why you see my box over here. But because I gave it a little bit more time to kind of do its thing first, I didn't enter specifically at the close of this, but I recognize how, okay, let's see how this candle goes. Entered first position, and then I scaled in a second position. So then, let's see. For this part right here, this little one-to-one, where you see my little stop sale. So it's because we created this 5 minute ugly demand, which looks like we're about to get stopped out, is what it is. But I entered off of this one because same idea, like we have a 5 minute demand kind of created here, and we had a green close. It's not the best green close, so this is definitely like a learning opportunity for me. Maybe I should have also waited a little bit longer to see how the following this candle right here would have been formed. But hey, again, entered based off the criteria of my playbook, and that's what it is. So anyways, I entered off of the not the perfect close, or not the perfect entry off the close of this, right? But it's this little guy right here that I'm highlighting. So stop is right below that demand, going for a 1-to-1 on it. Nothing crazy. And then for the other guy, also again, stop underneath the demand and then going for a 1-to-1. If price does end up moving in my favor, maybe I'll go for a 1-to-2, which would be all the way there. I'm stopped out of my first one, which would be all the way up here at the 39.50 area. But we'll have to see how price moves if we get that. So far, it looks like right now we're trying to break this trend line on the 5-minute. Looks like we're trying to kind of maybe retest this area of previous resistance now becomes support right here, right? So we had resistance, became support, break, retest. So maybe we're going to have another retest of that previous area and I'll get stopped out and then maybe we'll go higher. Or we might just completely fail this trend, fail the break to the upside, and then fail this support area and then just continue lower. Like anything is possible. But that's the basis of my trades and the reasoning for what you see in the chart. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, a part of me wanted to start streaming before I look at the chat. A part of me wanted to start streaming right now because I was very, very anxious of just closing everything out and calling it a day. But at the same time, price was just like this. It was just doing this. So I was like, okay, you know what? Either one, I'll just close it out right now. Or two, if I go on stream, I'll just have to hold myself accountable that if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Or if it hits TP, hits TP. Let me close this one. TP, then great. And then maybe I'll take a little break from the chart, come back a little bit later and see if it's worth to even come back to trade anymore. But it looks like we're about to get stopped out at this point. This 5-minute supply is holding pretty well right here. So I wonder if we would, how this would look. Not that I'm in this short, but how would this look if we are in fact holding underneath trend? You know, we are holding. Another thing too was we did start off with this 5-minute supply right here, which is still technically holding. Is it actually? Am I saying the wrong thing? Let's make sure I'm not lying. Is it? Oh no, it already hit 1-to-1 and then it already hit 1-to-2. Okay, well anyways, yeah, this 5-minute supply right here, still holding. Like we haven't taken the top of it out, which is basically the high of the day. So, you know, it could still be an area of resistance for us to keep going down, or just resistance in general. But yeah, that's my thoughts behind everything. So let me bring this back down to my 1-to-1. And yeah, let's see if this holds or if we get stopped out and call it a day. And let's see if we can come back later. Otherwise that's it. This is right at the, yeah, okay. This is right there, right underneath that level. So, see what's going on. We also have, if I go in even the smaller time frame, we have this little basing candle here. This could be area of potential support, but that's even further down. You know, price can sweep and then go. Anything can happen. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, let me check out the chat, see what's going on. Hey, what's up, Rand Wolf? Happy Monday. Kirk, no, this is not. This is for TradeDay, the competition with TradeDay. I'm not participating in the Legends tournament. Although maybe, you know, something to consider. It's cheap to enter with the big prize at the end, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't find any interest to do it personally, since I'm already doing other accounts. But yeah, all right. Let's see if we're gonna get swept here. Are we about to get swept? Swept out and then maybe you push higher, or swept out, close below, and then continue lower. Let's see. Let us see. Cars and football, what's up? Happy Monday. see what happens. Wow, that was real close. I mean, it could always still shoot back down, but that was real close. So let's see. Um, how would this short look? How would this look? Just to pique my interest. It's literally a range right now. This is a range. A 1-to-1 would be also pulling into that previous resistance now turn support, which is perfectly lined up into the 1 minute support or resistance. So could get a sweep, Just trying to find all the reasons why this trade should go wrong. And I just want to make sure I'm understanding, like, is my stop loss in a valid area? Yeah. So I could see why a short person would take this break of the trend as well. See if we can reclaim it. But yeah, let's just wait. Let's just keep waiting. Let's see how this closes. Give me a nice push back up. Reclaim this guy. We got a minute for the 5 candle to close. Oh, we got 20 seconds actually. 20 seconds. So, yeah. Okay. Hey, what's up, Court? No, for sure, for sure. I appreciate you for giving me some sound advice and trying to look out for me. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, I do have my long-term portfolio in both crypto and in my Roth IRA and in my personal stock portfolio. So I do have long-term investments, and then yeah, I'm doing this for short-term trading, as you can see. But yeah, yeah, I appreciate you. Cars and football. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. The longs, you want to look for longs, but not right now. 10:15 a.m. PST. I could still see this next area of being a potential long area if we can get down here off the 38.2 fib, off the 1 minute support and resistance, off the 5 minute support resistance. So I 100% see where you're coming from. There we go. I'm about to get stopped. And oh, come on. You're so close. You're so close to getting stopped. But yeah, I see what you mean, cars and football. I entered a little bit during that time of the chop, the whole the lunchtime chopness. So been holding this for too long, and definitely has been playing with my emotions a bit here, to say the least. So part of me wants to consider, is this reclaim this trend, add a contract back in, or keep it at the 2 is the safest thing. I yeah, for sure. Kirk. Oh no, Kirk. Sorry about that, my friend. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Do you still have the account? Are you still trading it, or is it gone now? Definitely been there. My Lucid accounts didn't do good today. For my Lucid accounts, I missed this 5 minute supply move that I talked about just a few minutes prior. So I traded a bit, later in the day during this chopness, and I was continuing to look for shorts. And when I started to enter into my positions, price was getting choppy. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're going for longs. Okay, no, we're going for shorts. So I was switching biases too often, instead of just sticking with what I was originally entered in. And yeah, hit my personal daily loss on those Lucid accounts. So my payout that I was hoping to submit within the next 2 days, by like Wednesday, or Wednesday, one day, Tuesday, tomorrow, and then the other one's Wednesday. Yeah, no, now I have to rebuild back up. I still have them, thankfully, but from just not allowing the trade to just do its thing, whether it's stop or TP, I ended up switching and switching and switching, and then hit my PDLL. And yeah, now I have to rebuild those accounts a little bit. But I'm not worried. I'm gonna make sure, like, just what I'm doing right now is just, hey, if it hits it, it hits it. If it doesn't hit it, it doesn't hit it, and that's it. So, excuse me. Yeah. So it's all good. still have some cushion on them. Still gonna trade them the way I should be trading them, except not going in and out so often. I should be doing the in and outs more on like evals or like the competition account instead of the fundeds, but I'm also overall trying to be more consistent with following the system, and it's not going to help if I'm going in and out, in and out, in and out, you know? So, yeah, just being real. Excuse me. So we are trying to reclaim back above this bad boy here. I want to see a higher high being put in though. I want to see a close higher above this. This does look like a lower high, right? And then another lower high ever so slightly. This is our lower low at this point compared to this guy. First time a lower low. And it's not the most biggest obvious kind of lower low high or lower high, but something to notice for myself. So back at break even, let's see if we can get a nice close back above this area again of 200s for potential scaling of one more contract if it's a good close, because now it's 10:19 a.m. PST, people are back from lunch, so I'm expecting a little bit more volume to be pushing in for the next hour and a half of power hour. So let's see if we can get that. We're holding over previous resistance, now support as well. Demand held pretty good here. I like this. Let's see, we have 10 seconds. Come on, give me a good push. If it's something to consider, give me a good push. I need you to be, oh, nope. 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 Yep, nope. At this point, we could get a lower low if this guy doesn't come to push up here. That's what I'm seeing. Let me get these off my screen now. Oh, darn it. I was trying to remove these guys. Delete. 5 minute. Okay, there we go. Get a good sweep. Give me a good move for consideration to go higher. Like, this was pretty good. I like this off of the previous support resistance. Okay, that's good. I like that volume pulling in right now. I do like that. Reclaimed over the trend. This is a 1 minute demand right here. I'm adding one. Oh, well, okay, that's fine. I added one in. And then if we consider that 1-to-1 I was going to take previously, or that I took previously, but where was it? Right here. So if we still look at it like this guy right here, 13 right here, sell one. Now I can take it off. That's the new contract I just added in. I'm going to move this guy now up to potentially here. Oh, it's not 13. Whoops, this should be 13 exactly. There we go. 13? Yeah, 13. Oh, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. You got it. Just a little bit more, dude. Come on now. Don't be acting like that. You know what? I'm going to do where's my big arrow? Where is my arrow? That's not my big arrow. That's not the one that I'd used last time. Where is it? Here we go. You better get up there. You better get up there. Stop playing with me. You better go. You better push it. Get that sweep, dude. There we go. That's what we did last time, and it worked. So I like that. Okay, so I am liking this now even more. Feeling pretty good about this, honestly. Feeling pretty good about it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for this boom, take off one here instead, like this. This is a 1-to-3 off of that original kind of demand move, bull flag breakout as well. Actually, it should be down here as well too. Oh, all right, perfect. And there we go, guys. So all out of the position. 1-to-3. Yeah, so the 1-to-3 got hit. Okay, so beautiful. I'm gonna lock this up. 2374 on the TradeDay account. You can see right here, this is the TradeDay competition account, and I'm very happy with that. Honestly, I'm gonna lock, I'm gonna do it 1 hour, lock me out, in case I come back for power hour later when I'm much more calm. Because right now I'm feeling a bit excited, so I don't want to keep pouring into that. Did I exit on my other position? So I am down right now on my other account, as you can see here. I'm down a little bit. Let me move this guy. Okay. So yeah, right now I'm just waiting for this one. I mean, I could try to lock this in at this point, but that was a perfect 1 to 3 on that original move there. I want to see how we're going to react to that 1 to 3 once more. One more push into 30s to see how we kind of react. One more push into 30s. Where are we at with 30? Yeah, 30 points. Yeah, let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it still up here. I want to see a good reaction pushing through 30s one more time if we can. And then 1 to 2, 39.5. Is that 39.5? That is 39.75. 39.75. 39. Oh, this one's 39.5. Okay, I want to see one more push through this 30s. A good push through it, and then I will move stops literally right there at the 30s if we can get a nice sweep to like 35. Because I just want price to kind of follow its momentum all the way through if we can. Let's see. Give me a good sweep all the way to 35. Oh, before I do that, hold on. Let me, seconds, 15. There we go. Let's see how we react on the 15 too. So 18's right here. Stops right at where this entry would be. I want to see a good sweep through, and then I would trail this depending how this candle, the strength of this candle goes. Okay, let's see. I'm still holding. I want to see a good strength through it. Good strength through it. Good strength. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. I know you can squeeze up there real good. There it is. Okay, a little bit more. I need you to close with a full candle up to 35. Okay, gonna leave this still down here. Still waiting. 1.29. So this one, oh. Right here, 1 to 2 would be actually 1 to 2 would be down here at 39. From there, if I entered at the close of this candle off that original 5-minute demand. Okay. So we got the 1 to 1. I'm looking for 1 to 2. I think at this point I am I reaching? Am I reaching? You know? Because it gave me the push through 30s, but it didn't hold strong. So I think I might be reaching. Because if I'm wanting a 1 to 2, it doesn't need to give me a 1 to 2. It gave me the 1 to 1. So I'm definitely reaching at this point. I am reaching at this point. Where's my 1 to 3 here? Yeah, it's at 28, it's not 30. So it did give me more points over my original 1 to 3. Okay, well, I guess this one might just have to take break even on the day. Trying to figure out what to do with this one. I'm gonna leave her here for now. Yeah, let me look at I have some screenshots I take for myself of my past setups and like trades that work. And yeah, here goes. Demand is 3RR off a 3 trend tap. Was it a 3 trend tap already? Move that. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it should be a 1 to 3 off of this guy between here and here. So I'm leaving it. Okay, let me look at my screenshots. The 1 to 3 hits before it comes all the way back to our break or entry point. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Gonna leave it for now. Let me see this one from the second 1, 2, 3 tap for a 1-to-1. Also 1, 2, 3 trend tap. Okay, I can show you guys what I'm looking at actually, because I think it probably would be easier to kind of show what I'm talking about. Okay, bear with me just a moment. I'm trying to pull it up on the screen right now. One moment. Add a screen, add this screen, preview screen. Yes, that one. Show that one. Perfect. Okay, so make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm actually move it to the side. Okay, I hope that is not too big in front of your guys' face, but big enough. So I've been taking screenshots of my trades, and so this is how I've been journaling for myself. It's been nice, it's been easy, it's all digital. But essentially, I'm taking screenshots of trades based off playbook, based off what I'm seeing, and stuff like that. Also, trades I have not taken, but that are something to like train my mind to see. So for example, on here the 30th, we have 1, 2, 3, fourth time is when we start to really pull back by that point. But 1, 2, 3 taps off the trend line. So we have 1, 2, 3 tap. And if I go back to the picture, normally it would hit a 1 to 3 off the third tap. That's for the 30th. Going on the first, same idea. We have 1, 2, third time. It pushes all the way to 1 to 3, even into a supply zone. So there's that. And then same thing here on the second 1, 2, kind of, this one's really messy because it's kind of hard to tell. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3? It's a little messy, right? This one doesn't give a perfect 1 to 3. I obviously only showed a 1-to-1 off of the 1 or the 5 minute demand play. So this one is not the best example for the 1 to 3. However, it is a play off of trend, and it still gives a 1-to-1, and it does push to a 1 to 2 eventually. This one, oh, this one's not applicable. Okay, this was other trades that I took that aren't part of the trend line. But I noticed these over the last week, and I think I have some in September as well, which, let me remove this thing out of my screen, because close window. Okay, so a part of me is like, okay, should I let it go potentially to the 1 to 3? However, big caveat is we are at all-time highs. It doesn't need to hit all-time highs, right? Especially with all the news that's been happening. It's a Monday. But I think internally, I would feel more disappointed if I don't let it go to at least a 1 to 2, right? I mean, 1 to 3 is like all the way up here, which again, potentially can, it has been the past week and for some times in September. I think I would feel more disappointed in myself if I move it now and then it goes to where it's going to go versus if I get stopped out and I have a red day even though I'm in the green right now. I don't know. I think I would feel more disappointed about that than anything. So, what do you guys think? If you guys were in this position right now, what would you guys do? Would you make the decision based off knowing I would be more disgusted with myself if I exited just because I'll have a break even day, or would you be more disgusted if you didn't allow the trade to go to where you believe it would go based off what other past data has told you it would do? Honest question. Like if anyone could like put in the chat, that'd be great. Like really, really honest question. But you would break even? Okay. You would feel, so you would feel better if it came to break even versus taking it off right now. Did I phrase that right? I hope I phrased that right. Okay, for sure. Okay. I like that. You can always reset. NQ, Manny will take a 1R. I'd be disgusted if it hit break even and I didn't take partials. Okay. The problem is that I only have one mini contract, as you can see, so I won't be able to take partials. Kenya, I don't like giving money back. Valid. No, that's valid. See that? I feel like that makes sense for me too. It's like, okay, I'm break even already. If I make $120 minimum today in profit, I'm able to withdraw it from this pre-live account. If I make 140, then I also can cover the cost that I paid for the market data on this pre-live account. So basically, if I make about $615 right here in the unrealized, if I lock in 615, then I'll be able to pay myself the 140 and also end in the green and take a payout. It could literally drop now 20 points. Yeah, that's true. Very true, you know? So it's a tough one. It's a very, very tough one. Take the 1R, take partials, leave it at break even. Everyone has such a good point. And I think for me, like, I'm a little torn about what's the best thing for me to do. Hey, Qua, what's up? Happy Monday. Yeah, no, seriously, I agree with you. I was trading micros on this account to start off the day, and funny enough, like, my gosh, I was taking partials and I was still just not, again, getting chopped up a bit. That's why I had a red day so far. So then we had the lunch chop or whatever. And I was like, okay, like I like this 5 minute demand play. I'm gonna take it no matter what, as you can see. And yeah, so here it goes. There's that 20-point drop. It can happen. Disgusted if hit break even, didn't take partials. Don't like giving money back would close. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a very, very tough one, you know? Okay. Well, I guess at this point, in time, I'm still stuck on what to do. So I think the best thing I can do is just leave it at I don't know what the best point is for me to do. I guess we'll just take it off. Let's take it off. All right, we'll be down 202 on the day. At least I locked in some profits on this trade that I held for a long time. If I locked in that 101, obviously that would have been perfect. But hey, it's all good in the hood, right? I wasn't sure what to do best. It was very difficult for me to know what to do. One of the psychology things that I struggle with. I don't know if it's a psychology thing. I don't know if it's a trading thing, or I'm sorry, a strategy thing, but I think it's more of a psychology thing. Because I'm like, hey, I could have just left it and still been in profits and still just let the trade run where I think it needs to run, you know? So, yeah, all right. Well, in any case, those are my trades for this morning. Hopefully, you guys were able to like understand my context and basis for the trades I had. You saw my loss. You saw I was struggling psychologically about to enter or to exit when I was clearly up in profits, would have had a green day or not, whatever, you know, like you guys saw it all here to end my trading session. I'm going to give myself a couple moments to see, like, recollect here. And then emotionally, I feel better. I don't have any excitement or excitement in general. I don't have any heat behind my ears, so I feel fine. So I'm giving myself a few moments to see if it's worth to take another trade here or not. But yeah, I still want to see a 1 to 2 get hit, genuinely. But I'm gonna wait a little bit just to see if there is something to take. Because all-time highs is our liquidity level that at the end of the day we'd love to go for. And the 5 minute demand with the trend line push, it's all lining up here. Let's see, actually, if we get a blue candle here, I would take an opportunity for long. But thankfully, I have some time. I have 2.5 minutes, giving myself a couple moments to kind of like, chill. So that's what we're going to do. Let me just prepare myself if the event happens. If I'm not in this, right? So move that to the side. Okay, so this candle need to be a bearish candle. Or this one would be, if it's a strong push up, then it has to be significantly bigger than this candle. So this one's 4.75. We need at least 9.5 in the blue, but we have not gotten there, so we have a minute and a half. Okay, checking out the chat, just kind of reading right now. But anyway, thank you, appreciate you. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade again on stream. It's completely random when I do stream, if I'm being really honest with you. So I do appreciate you for subbing though. Okay, I am going to go back up in the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. John King, for this account, my starting balance was 6K, so it's first thing all in it. I haven't traded it previous, so yeah, that's my starting balance, or that's how big this account is. Bill, do you find the DOM data worth it? I used to use it. I used to use the DOM numbers right here because it's connected to volume profile, and I used to use volume profile. However, now I don't particularly look at it as much as I used to. I think it would be helpful with being a supply and demand zone trader. However, I have not added it to my strategy. So no, I don't use it anymore, but I do find it to be helpful for like order flow and S&D traders, whether it's the volume profile numbers here or if it's like the on-screen volume profile. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so far it looks like we're about to create, oopsies, we're about to create this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see this 5-minute push down. Okay, let's see this. So this was 4.75, so 9.5. Oh, no, we didn't get the 9.5 on that one. We need 9.5. So let's see. Let's see how this next 5-minute candle closes. Gives us a little bit more time to kind of breathe. Because I'd want to take a trade up here at 9.5. Where is that actually? That is at 26. So let's watch. 8:45, 6:45, 6:15. Okay, this is the 6:30 IBH initial balance high. So we have finally come into initial balance high. And I just need to see a blue closure at this 26 at least for continuation above IBH and going for a 1-to-1 or at least to our previous target up here. So just preparing myself for my next trade. That's what I want to see. I still would like for longs to come in, honestly. Part of me wishes I didn't exit, but it's all part of the game, right? Okay, let's see. 26. We have a minute and a half here. 26. Where's the buy? My bid, ask. 26. Okay. Get ready to just watch it. All right. Thank you, Benu. Appreciate you. Alexander, I do not trade ICT. 20% consistency on the 50K Lucid for the direct funded, if you mean. So I would take 20% of the Lucid profit target. So let me pull up that number for you right now. Lucid Help Center. You could look at it together. So for the direct payouts, 20%. So your first profit target would be 3,000. So I would take 20% of 3,000, which I believe is $600. And so from there, that would be my daily number, essentially, that I would go for with the 20% roll. Minimum. If you're someone that wants to build a bit more, if you feel comfortable with your trading, knowing that you are able to make up to 4K or a little bit more, you never really know how much you can make, right? But if you feel comfortable knowing your skill of where you can take it at least the first time around, if you can go 3,500, if you can go 4,000, if you also want to have a bit more buffer and shoot for that, then I would do 4,000 times 20%, which I think is $800. And then if you want 5,000, 20% is $1,000. So Yeah, for me, I would go for the minimum of 600 because I want the profit goal of 3K to get my first payout. So I would go for 600 minimum. Or like, like 550, 590, 500, depending on your strategy, depending how much risk you put on. But that's what I would do personally. Okay, so we never got to our number. So we're still just hanging out. So IBH was tested, having the rejection. Let's see if we get a break underneath this 5-minute demand. I want this to get, let me move that there. Okay. Yeah. So if we get a strong new 5-minute supply off of this, which supply would then look like for me, how many points is this? 6.25, so 12.5 points. 12.5 points closure, like that. But actually, this is a long wick here too, so we could easily just take this out. But yeah, we would need a strong closure underneath 12.5 for a short idea. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I think, what is this number? The high of this candle is 25.50. 25.50. If you ever wonder how I set up my stuff, this is how I set up my stuff. You might look crazy, but this is, yeah, this is how I do it. And then it would be, okay, there it is. So there's that move. Okay, gorgeous. So you want to see this come and retest the 5 for just a moment, or it doesn't have to. And then we would take that short back into our entry. Okay, let's see. 1 minute's lower highs. We got lower lows so far in the 1. Let's check it out. Let's see how we react here. This would look, so here's our previous resistance. We want an imbalance play combined with it. How would that look like? How would this look like? 1-to-1 would go right into the 50% of the imbalance. So also looking at this too. Let me remove this little thing. Okay. Oh, that looks so confusing if I do that. Okay, there. So let's just watch this. Let's see what we get. Strong closure above to the 9.5 level minimum. Or we're going to get a bearish close here for a 1-to-1 pushing into our previous consolidation range, resistance area, support area type of thing. All right. Check out the chat. Pommy, I like your name. That's cool. Pommy, Pom. I only do the lucid tests. Let me correct myself. I've tried the direct accounts. However, I have not been well in performing in those direct accounts. I tend to have an urge to try to make a lot of money, even though it makes no sense because one, there's a consistency rule, and then two, you have to make a certain amount respecting the consistency rule. So I tend to not do the best in the direct accounts. So I do primarily trade the test accounts. 3 minutes into this 5 right now. So yeah, let's see, Ace. I was in a trade, yes. When I started streaming, I was in a trade in both this pre-live account, and then we were also in trades with the TradeDay competition account. So yeah, we were in trades for both. Sorry, 1 moment. For some reason my thing is being weird. Okay. It's like lagging a little bit on this end. I don't know why, but it is. So, anyways, okay. So yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, yeah, this is the TradeDay account. You can see here, TradeDay, and then whatever. But, yeah, we are at 5K right now in our balance, so we're a little over halfway of passing this. And I'm not sure where I stand on the leaderboard right now, given that it updates the day after, like the morning after, so I won't know where anyone else stands. So, yeah. But we did take trades on both of the accounts on stream together, yes. Banu, bouncing at 204 in that old 204. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea, literally. Especially because it's a 5 minute, so there's been a lot of this whole range here. Let's see what happens, right? If we get that. If we can get this range play, this little bounce off it. How's our one look on those? Literally, yeah. Let me do this, do that. Support resistance. There we go. So I do like that idea too. That'd be pretty well. Doo -doo -doo. Okay, POM. Max amount to make on Lucid once funded. Consistency 35. Yeah, so if you're talking about the Lucid test accounts, you're right, it is 35% consistency. The direct Lucid accounts are 20%. So for me personally, again, I'll do 35% of the profit target. So I believe, let me do the math, 3,000 times, oh, let me correct myself. With the Lucid test accounts, the buffer has to stay in the account. So the $2,100 buffer, it has to always stay in there in order to take a payout. It's just a safety threshold. That's their rule. So for me, what I do is I do $2,100 for the 50K, the buffer that has to stay in there. And then I'll do 2,100 plus the max payout amount, which is 1,500. So that would be 3,600 profits needed to take a max payout on the Lucid test accounts. So 3,600, now I'll take that times 35%. And 1,260 is pretty much the number. 1,260 is the, losing my train of thought. Sorry, I was watching the chart. 1,260 would be the max that you can make on the account to respect the consistency. I hope I said that right earlier for the direct accounts too. 20% was, yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, nice push into it. I'm going for it. We got that push, right? Yes, we did. Okay, so from here, I think I feel safe to still go ahead and leave it at this point, the 16 points. Maybe I'll still target this 1 to 2 area. Oh, I just realized we just had a new 5 minute candle open. So, I immediately thought this was the closure of the candle. That's why I entered so quickly. So what I'm going to do then is we'll have to see what's the best area of interest for, oopsies, for the 1 to 1. What's the 1 to 3? 1 to 3 is all the way up here. Okay, that's fine. At this point, we're just going to have to let it play out, My entry is like right below it, but close enough. I would like for this to become a new demand area. We didn't get that full push into this on the NQ, so we could definitely close red or close bearish, but I'm hoping based on this we're gonna hold. So 18 points, 1 to 1 off the 18 points. So let's see. Was that too quick of an entry? Yes, because I didn't realize it's only been 2 minutes into the 5 minute candle. Oh my gosh. So let's see what happens here. See if we can get that continuation. Hey Kyle, happy Monday. Banu, I was watching M and Q. Oh wow, okay, so M and Q went into that area. Okay, so this is, if it went into that area, got a nice bounce. I'm hoping at this point that NQ has respect with M and Q, like because they're correlated, obviously, that it's the same idea except NQ just didn't get in there, and that we have a valid long trade at this point for a demand push, a continuation demand push into at least this 1 to 2, and then into this new 1 to 1 that we just entered. So I would like that to happen here and then here. So as soon as we get into 39, I'll have to trail my stop for sure, either take profits there or what is it called? Trail tightly. Either take profits or trail it really, really tight if we don't get the move through. So let's see, 3.5 minutes into this 5-minute candle. Gotta have it close blue. I want a nice blue candle, at least above this, around this area. And if so, I would add one more into the position and take one off here and hold the other one to the one-to-one up here. Josh. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it sounds crisp. I'm actually using my gaming headset. It's a, what headset is it? I looked it up last time. It's a HyperX headset. I think it's like $50. I got it as a birthday gift. So, yeah. Okay, we got 40 seconds on this candle. Don't play with me now. You know you want to close good. Close good for us. Close good for us. Give me a good close here at 26. Otherwise, we could push into the support resistance. 15 seconds. Let's see. She is playing. She is playing right now. This looks like a pattern we've seen before. This really looks like a pattern seen before. I think it might do another drop and then a basing and then go up higher. Right? This looks very familiar. Like this. Moved up, pull back because of that crazy move up, retrace into it, created a basing here, had a nice drop, strong bullish candle, closed right next to it. I don't know, I feel like I've seen this before. Am I missing it? Am I going crazy right now? Like this? No. Crazy move up, move down, basing candle, came back up towards it. In any case, this needs to be underneath this guy actually. 206. So, alright. Yes, Palm, I do play games. I play Call of Duty. Zombies, multiplayer, Warzone, the whole shebang. I'm waiting for Tradeify to do a gaming tournament with Call of Duty. That would be so sick. I mean, I'm not the best gamer out there, but I do enjoy playing it. So I think it would be so fun to play with other people, like in that tournament, or at least like to watch people play in the tournament if I'm not part of it. So who knows? Maybe we'll have that. Yeah. Do you play any games too, by the way? Are you a PC gamer or console? And EMAs, I am using the EMA here. This is the 25 or the 50. Either one. I kind of flip-flop between the two. So, yeah, the green one I believe is the green one is my EMA. So 25 or 50, just kind of whatever looks more cleaner. Right now the 25 looks pretty clean, so I'm just keeping it on there for now. And then I have VWAP added onto like my Project X charts, but on TradingView, I don't have it on TradingView because I have limited indicators. But I don't normally use VWAP. I just add it on here because I feel like it's a nice just like confluence to have. So yeah, I like that. That's a great, there we go. So we have 3.5 minutes into this. I'm gonna add potentially one more. Am I being risky for that? No, I think I like this here. I do think I like this here. It's at the 26, which is where I wanted my entry to be originally. So let me add one in. Bid size 26. Let's see if we can get in one more contract. Right, was it 20? It was right here. 25.75. Or was it Where's my 9.5 points? 9.5 points. 9.5. Nope, I'm doing my math wrong. Hold on, I'm not going to add that contract yet. I am doing my math wrong. Here we go, here we go. No, 5.5. Where did I get 9.5 from? I'm tripping now. Oh, was it this? No, 9.5 here, right? No, 5.5 times 2 is 11. So, yeah, honestly, I have no idea where I got 9.5 from. So 11 should be right here. So we'll add in a buy at 11. Okay, I think that's valid. That makes more sense. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can get into another contract. And if not, then that's fine. We will take her off. I don't care. Banu. Oh, I was on the 1 minute. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Thank you. Wow. You see, this is great. I'm so glad that we are here on chat together. I was on the 1 minute when I did it. Okay. Well then, yeah, 11.5 should be, I believe, where my next my original entry should be limit by 1. Okay, okay. I think we're good. I think we're solid. I'm hoping we're solid. I hope my math was right. So yeah, let's see. And then if that is, uh-oh, what happened to it? Did I do something? Oh, that's right. Okay, well, I guess that worked out in my favor, guys. So I can't add another contract in. My max contract size on this account is 1 mini or 10 micros. So, well, there you go. There you have it. That's not going to work. So, great. And then these ones I'm still locked out, so even if I wanted to participate, I can't. So let's see if we get stopped out here or not. So then why did that number, why did I get 9.5 for, it was off the 1 minute? 5.5. Or maybe, I think because the candle didn't close yet at that time, right? So in any case, 11.5 would be here. So we need it to be here. Ooh, yeah. We would need it to have been here. So I definitely entered a bit early because my numbers weren't accurate. So this needs to move down actually to here. Uh-oh. There we go. There. And this one needs to go up here. Otherwise, if I just keep it where I have my position as well. Or would it be here because this is the first bullish candle? First bullish candle. Yeah, 11.5 is here. And we would have waited to see a good close, which we closed right at that 11.5. So because we close at the 11.5, yeah, it'd have to be something like this. It'd have to be something like this. Okay, let's see how price reacts on everything first. The stop needs to be down here. So then I will move this up as well. Or would it be here at 16? I think at this point I'm confusing myself completely with my number right here. This really threw me off. Okay, so I'm going to keep it like that so I'm not messing it around. And if this was still a pretty good area, then I would need my stop to now be here at like 15. So if I'm going to move my stop to 15 instead, oh my gosh, this thing, it would be 15, like that. Okay, so then this is not valid. Then I'm actually going to go right here. right? Would it be, so it would be here, 10 points. And then we leave it here for now. So then 10 points would be right below my 1 to 2, which is not what I want. So I'm going to keep leaving it there. If I move it here, this is 15 points, which is not as bad. You know, that is not as bad, I would say. Because in reality, my entry is actually here. So if I move this here, and then move this here, that is not bad at all. In reality, that is actually my position. But because I am looking for the continuation higher, 1 to 3, based off my other previous data markers, right? I think this middle ground number is a good exit. I think that is a good exit. So then this, we'll have to keep it down here for a 1 to 1. Oh man, there we go. I think this would be a good exit then, because it meets me right in the middle, and it's about to surpass that 1 to 2. I wish I had another contract in to exit off of it, but then our next one after that, 1 to 3. 1 to 3 would have been up here. So based on past data markers, it should push up to a 1 to 3. And then a 1 to 2 would be right here at 39. So we'd have to pay attention to 39 to see how we feel about 39. If price reacts well here, if we bust new all-time highs, and then we are targeting this guy because of our demand level that was not really a demand per se, but a basing that became demand. And we had a previous bounce off of resistance, now support. And then finally, it coincides with continuation of trend on the trend line 1 to 3 marker. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, I have to walk myself through my thought process, so I'm making sure I'm understanding what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyways, hi guys. Thanks for letting me just figure my stuff out. And also, plus my entry is slightly lower, so it does benefit me in a way because of that entry being slightly higher or lower. So yeah. So I'd want to see this continue. Do we have any other trend on the 5 that maybe I missed that would not make this valid? Let's take a look. Actually, sorry, chat. I can't get to you just yet. Let me focus on doing this. So then we'd have a 1. We have not yet had a third tap on this particular trend line. So if this is our trend line, price could sweep into this level before it goes higher. So it's either, are we respecting this 1, 2, 3 with the 1 to 3, or are we going to respect this new trend with the 1, 2, 3 tap, and then this being the 1 to 3? If this was the 1 to 3, then price would need to be like right here, stops here. That would be a 1 to 3, which is, woo, that's up there. That is up there. So it's possible. Let me see the 1 to 2. What does a 1 to 2 look like? Based on data, this would be the third tap, unless this is considered the third tap, which not really vibing with too much here, if that would be the third tap, because we've already clearly broken through. But it's possible, right? It's possible. So if it's this one, could move lower. If it's this one, we have the break. This could be the 1 to 3 move right here. The entry would be the bullish close above, which is here, and then it would go, here's a 1 to 2. So I'm going to keep these all on for reference. I like to keep these on for reference. Sorry, last note I'll make before I go to chat. I like to keep these all on for reference because, not because I'm looking for all the potential exits per se, but I leave it on because based on, again, my past data markers, 1 to 1s normally are like safe exits. They're always safe exits for me. But 1 to 2s, are also like, there's that potential idea, but 1 to 3s based on, or 1 to 2s get hit more often than 1 to 3s with the trend line. 1 to 3 tap and using a demand. So that's why I like to keep it on to make sure if I had entries at different points, what is the most, if I had entries at different points, kind of not predict, well, kind of predicting like if price got to a certain level, where would my entry be? Okay, let me kind of understand where my exits would be, where would my stop losses be? Okay, does that line up with what is happening on the chart? Okay, cool. So then if I did enter sooner, then does it make sense to continue holding? So I guess maybe in a way, keeping these on do help me with potential exits for sure, but it also gives me reminders about like what stats, like what my stat has said before and my data, that it goes to 1 to 1s, 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s with this kind of trend line play. But the more important question is, which one is my trend? You know, is it this is my 1 2 3, or is this my 1 2 3? I guess we're about to find out right now. We are going to find out right now. So I think maybe this could be the 1 to 3. 1 2, if this is our 3 because of our demand play here, right off of IBH as well, continuing higher. Also, last thing as well, for myself, how high can price actually go with the 15-minute orb? This is, what time frame is this? This is 6:30. This was a 105-point move, so that would be 57.5, if my math is right. 57.5. So that doesn't seem too off. 1 to 3, close enough off of that one, and then a 1 to 3 here. Okay, all right, cool. So yeah, now it's a matter of seeing if price is going to reject here or continuation. All right, let me go to chat right quick. Let's see. Saul, nice. Good luck on your lucid journey. If you end up coming to streams or like videos, like feel free to share your progress if you like. That's really exciting. I hope that you're able to pass those lucid accounts and get some payouts and just do well. Hey Kirk, I like that. Take trades only when confluence or playbook happen. Don't predict, react. I like that. I feel like that's super valid. I mean, of course, like you want everything to align based on your playbook to take it. So for sure, like makes the most sense. There's like no other, there's nothing else to say to that, besides if you're like a newbie or you're still learning for sure. Like I think there's going to be those trial and errors with it because you're not consistent yet and you're still trying to figure out the ropes. And I still find myself in that space, but definitely really, really trying to do my best to stick with that one. So I like that. Don't predict and just make sure you react and not predict. I guess it's more of like preparing where, excuse me, if price does go to certain areas, I want to be prepared to have my idea laid out. So I have all my ideas laid out, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But yeah, I like that though. So yeah, honestly, I'm just like a lot of other people in the space have shared. I'm also like a pretty aggressive trader on my evals. Like I don't mind to be a little bit heavier on the contracts. More importantly, for evals are not as expensive, because obviously for evals that are like up there in cost or like a direct account, I don't want to just be slamming all the contracts every single time, every single trade. So yeah, on evals that are a little bit more inexpensive or that fit my budget and that I'm comfortable with being more aggressive, I will do that. Yeah, I feel like I won't take more than like 7 trading days to pass an eval. And that's more before, like when TradeDay had 7 minimum days to pass. That was one of the outliers, right? But even like with, in general, any prop firm account that I'm with, I won't normally try to take 7 full trading days. The only thing is with these TradeDay accounts, I don't want to also set myself back in this competition if I were to try to push to try to pass by the 5th trading day, because you can pass in 5 days now, not 7, right? Before it was 7, now it's 5. And so A part of me doesn't want to be as aggressive in these accounts, particularly because of this competition, that if I do it, I will set myself back 4 days because this is day four. So, it wouldn't be, I think, the most smartest thing for me to do on the TradeDay competition account, at least. On my own personal eval, like I said, if it's just an inexpensive one, that's fine. I don't mind restarting. But yeah, especially if I'm really close to passing too. But yeah, I would say that um, I have not had as much issue with passing, or it's not been as difficult with passing evals, just simply because I understand the risk and I accept it. So like losing an eval doesn't affect my mental, and that's like the biggest thing, because when I have bad mental or bad psychology, then that's the number one thing that affects the rest of my trading. So then I won't be able to pass evals or like do more of my fundeds and stuff. So yeah, I would say that in other people's situation, depending on your budget, depending on what you're comfortable with risking, like have that be an important piece of how you pass your evals. But then obviously the other important piece is if you are trying to stick to like your plan or discipline, or trying to take your time, then do that. There's no rush to try to pass. You do have, if some companies are rebilling you in 30 days, you have the full month to pass, which is a lot of time. And if you don't have any rebill, like it's those firms where they don't charge you a rebill fee, then there's no point to rush at all. If especially if you want to maximize the amount of money you've spent with the firm, right? Like you spent $80 on the account, there's no rebill monthly fee, and that's your first ever account or second account or fifth account or whatever it is. There's no reason to try to like rush it at that point. I think if you don't have a rebill and you're still so low in expenses, it's not like you need to like make all that money back right away. So yeah, I'll just say take your time, but follow your system. And then um, if you're the type of person that feels financially you're okay to rush them a bit, and especially if it's an inexpensive account, then so be it. You know, not financial advice, just from my own experience. All right, where are we at? Benu, 40 on M&Q. Ooh, if you can go to 48, I love that because that's your M&Q, that's micros. I'm on the regular NQ. So, shoot, a push up into this 48 would be beautiful. I would love that. That's what I'm going for. So, let's hope price just does that. Look, where is my arrow? Give me my arrow right now. Give me my arrow. Let me find it. I always struggle with finding this arrow, dude. Arrow. Arrow, arrow. Okay. This thing better go up. It better go up. um, okay. We have Vijay. Hey, Jess. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. Bought straight to funded accounts. Any recs? What do you think about funding a live after first payout? So exciting. That's super exciting. I hope you do exceedingly well in your direct prop firm account journey, and also if you decide to go on your own personal live. So to answer your question, number one, part one about the direct account recommendations, I love Tradeify. I think Tradeify is a good batch to use for the direct accounts. I also do like Lucid's account, although I don't perform well on my own end with those. I also like theirs too, especially because of their payout policy, how you are able to make, I think, don't quote me, check out the Help Center page, on the 150K, 19,000 or 19,500 or like 20 grand for the full six payouts. And then their whole live transition as well with the direct accounts. So I am personally a fan of Tradeify and Lucid's direct. If you already have those two firms and you're trying to expand outside of that, I do believe that Tick Trader could be a good third runner up. Um, Primarily because if you are looking again in that live transition and considering it with the sim to funded plus accounts on TickTick, I have not traded those myself, I will say. I've seen other people trade it. We also had an OG in the community, Steve, who trades with those accounts, and he's gotten multiple payouts from it. He likes them a lot. But those straight to funded plus accounts with TickTick, they offer you the chance of where 40% of your payout goes to a live wallet with them. So you can move to a live account if you like. And that's pretty solid. You still get your other, payout, the 60% of that payout you took, 60% goes to you, or I'm sorry, 50% goes to you. And then there's a 90-10 split. So, you could do the math there. But that is a good, I think, third runner up, especially if you are looking for something for the live transition. So, yeah, I hope that helps. And then for your second part of your question, funding a live after first payout. So, I genuinely think live accounts are great. I think personal live accounts are really great when you are trying to trade past prop firms, right? Some people don't care about trading a personal live. They care about scaling with the prop firm. They care about leverage with the prop firm. They care about ROI with the prop firm, leverage, right? So if you do really care about a personal live, there's nothing wrong with it. I think they're great. I have a personal live too. I have not traded it in weeks. It's just sitting there. My goal is to just focus on props the rest of the year, try to lock in my payouts, and then in 2026, because I'm starting to really build more confidence in the way I'm trading now. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to be done, but my goal in 2026, whatever time frame, whatever month that is that I decide to go like fully live in my live, I hope that I can do that in 2026, and then have a copier where my live is my lead account and then prop rooms are like the followers of my live account. So anyways, yeah, I think they're great. However, with your specifics of going into a live account after a first payout, I don't think that it's the best choice, just given if your payout is small. Like let's say you had $1,000 payout, you put that to a personal live. It's so hard to grow a very, very small account. But also there's those outliers, right? Where let's say you are super good at following your system, you're very disciplined, you know what your statistics are with your strategy, you know your statistics with your psychology, you are just really good at trading. Like you have to really be good. It's not being lucky, it's not being gambling, it's not being like a full YOLOer, right? You just have to be very, I think, good with your trading. Then yeah, okay, go for it. Like you have the boost to grow that live account after a $500 or $1,000 small payout. But with a small payout like that, I wouldn't go fully live at that point with your own personal. I think it's better to just reinvest into a prop firm and then take more payouts from a prop firm and then get a little bit more capital or payouts and then grow from there. That's just my 2 cents. So I hope I answered your question, your two-part question clearly. Joe, say bar not guy. It's just something I say. I call it sun. I call it homie. I call it a bar. I call it a candle. I call it a lot of things. I call Nasdaq a girl, for goodness sakes. So it's just the way that I have I don't know if it's slang, but it's the way that I talk about the charts. It's kind of like when some people call an imbalance fair value gaps, or it's how some people call a supply and demand zone a balanced area. It's how some people do ICT with all these different words, and then other people that don't do ICT call it a bunch of different words. Just whatever floats your boat. But I'm gonna say whatever I want to say because that's how I talk about it. So yeah, just a normal thing, I think. My SMT, good to know. I don't know what that is, but good to know. Oh my gosh, Kirk, dang. You're quoting me to me is crazy. I do need that. I do need that freaking call out. I appreciate you for that. You're right. Only trades when confluences happen. You're right. Okay, confluences are here. Let it do its thing. Just let it do its thing. I'm yelling at myself, by the way. Not you. Um, Trading, prop firm with no monthly. Yeah, it's going to be Lucid. They don't have any monthly fee. I believe it's going to be. Is it funding ticks? No, they do have a monthly. Oof. Let me look on my list. I know I think I have. One second. Actually, I think it's just Lucid. Yeah, Lucid I think is the only one. Yeah, no monthly fee on the Lucid at all, the test accounts. And then obviously with the direct accounts, those are straight to sim funded, so you never have a monthly fee with straight to sim funded. But yeah, so yeah, those ones are great if you don't want to worry about next month getting rebuilt for X amount of dollars. Because once you pass, there's also no activation fee, which also puts Lucid really, really good. I really like Lucid, guys. Like, I really like them. I'm hoping to get a payout from them this week. Yeah, Hammer. Yeah, exactly. Lucid no monthly. Let's see. Tesla AAL. Yeah, so that is from the top one firm. I had this whole situation, I'm going to say. I had a situation with them a few months ago, actually, from May, end of May. I took my final payout with them end of May. And then in June, there was this whole thing that had happened. Not with just me, but with other traders as well, in the same boat as me. We're all in the same boat at that time. And an announcement went out regarding the accounts that we had that were previously paused. And then they ended up saying those previously paused accounts with X amount of profits will no longer be valid to use. So it was a whole situation. It's all public, so that's why I'm not speaking bad on the firm. I'm not yeah, I'm speaking what exactly happened, and it's all there in public eye for people to see too. And there was public announcements from them and conversations with their Discord team, the partners from their team, all that stuff. So essentially, a past account I had that had about over $10,000 in profit, they said I can no longer use it. And it was tough. I was basically put into another account where I had to do another test. So all the profits I had were going to be, even when I lost that test account that they wanted to just test me on, they were supposed to have at the time, based on their help center page and all the things, it was supposed to be able to like have the account come back, right, with the 10K profits, but I didn't get it back. So it is what it is, right? I was having conversations with I don't remember his name. I do have the emails. I don't remember his name though. But we're having email conversation with their higher up, and long story short, trying to figure out why am I not getting it back based upon the announcements, based upon what the Discord top one team was saying, all these things. I was reading what other people in the same boat as I were going through, and then even after the fact, like months leading to this very moment, some other people were, maybe not in the exact same boat, but they were starting to get into a similar-ish kind of stage. So, pushing to present day now, I decided, you know what, I tried to do during my trip to Europe. I was not as active with conversation with them because obviously I was on vacation and I had other things to focus on. Like I was trading my account still, but I also was, vacationing. I was traveling. I went to a wedding. I had things I was doing, so this wasn't at the forefront of my brain. So then that was what was that? End of June, right when I was away, and I came back July, picked up on that conversation, did a follow up. Long story short, again, didn't have any communications about the status of it. So I just decided at this point, I'm done, like trying to figure out about that account. I don't care if I lose the 10K profits on my previous sim funded. I don't care anymore. I'm just willing to move forward and accept what happened, accept their decision, take this the account before this pre-live, take the new sim funded with the new payout rules, the new program updates on it. Take that one. I took it to a payout, which is what happened in September. I finally decided September I'm done with this game. Traded it, took a payout, and then that's why I got moved into this one. So I guess I said a lot of long story shorts, but to still kind of give you a long story. So yeah. So I hope that my story also answers your second part of your question, Tesla AAL. So they have paid me out for sure. In May, that was when I took multiple payouts from the firm. And then that's when the whole 10K profits of my account got locked up and whatever, don't have access to that account anymore. but I had already taken a lot of payouts with them prior to that. And in September, I did submit a payout, and I still have not received it actually. So for that one, for the current payout I'm waiting for, I still have not received it. I was told it was like a total 4 business days at the time of approval. I waited the 4 days, then I asked them for help on the fifth day. Then they directed me to ask for support in the actual online website. I sent them a support ticket this past weekend, which was, or so Friday was the 5 day business mark. I sent them a support, I think, on Saturday or maybe Sunday, one of the 2 days. And let me check my email right now if I have any updates. So for past payouts, I've been paid out very easily. For current payout, I have not been paid out yet. And yeah, looking at my email, I don't have anything about it. So still waiting on that payout as well. Let me sign into my account real quick, just to make sure I didn't miss it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, no, nothing. Let me check the support ticket. No, yeah. So that was, let's see, it was on. So it says yesterday they responded. A day ago they responded, right? So it seems to me that it was like yesterday that I finally got I reached out to them for the current payout. So it's been a couple more days than expected for the payout, but yeah. Okay, so we just hit the 1 to 2. We just hit the 1 to 2 on the original trade idea right here. So how many points was that? Just to see. 13 points. You know, bump it to 15, almost 15 points right here. Let me move my stop back to where it was. There we go. So yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of, okay, are we going to get the 1 to 3? Are we going to get the push past all-time highs? Are we going to get that? Or are we not going to get that? So I guess I just want to see how we'll react here, and then we'll just see if it's worth to take off the position. This is really slow. We've just been letting this play out on stream the whole time. Long trade, for sure. So yeah, let's see if we can get to that 48 at least. This is a 1 to 1, right? Yep, 1 to 1. Let me do this. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Oh, 1 to 1. Yeah, 1 to 1. Okay, cool. So we're still waiting. So yeah, that's what happened with that firm. And answering your second question too. So cuckoo. So I've had a live account for a long time. I started a personal live account. Oh, beautiful. All right. And sorry, guys, real quick. TP has hit. So we got the 1 to 1 here. Perfect sweep to the 1 to 1 off at 48.5 on that. So we were able to end the day green. Very, very exciting. I will be able to take a cute little payout tonight. I will be taking a payout of at least $140. Honestly, I think I'm going to take out the full thing. No, I think I'm going to take out the full $250 to pay myself today, because I have a daily payout with the pre-live account. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if we'll get the full 1 to 2. I feel like we might get this 1 to 3 up to 57, but we took the 1 to 1 off of the demand reclaim and off the trend line push. Everything just looked really good. I explained the trade idea earlier, so very happy with that. And I'm just not in the mood to trade anymore. So let me just do all day. Let me do 30 minutes. No, I'm not in the mood to trade all day. Or I'm not in the mood to trade anymore. So I'm locking myself out. So yeah, no thanks. I'm happy we ended green. And I guess at this point, I just want to see a forward trade, a forward idea if we can surpass to get to a 1 to 3. If we can get to 57, that would be really cool. Because then this would be another screenshot moment to add to my arsenal of data that shows off the trend line push, off of demand plays like this, we can still hit 1 to 3s. That is more confidence for me for it. Holy cannoli. Let's see. Love that. Love that. I wanted to hit 1 to 3 so I can get that screenshot for myself to add to my data. Yeah, Vijay, no problem. I got you. Let me know if you have any other questions. I got you. Oh, Qual, thanks for hanging out. Good luck with your assignments. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. Hey, what's up, Simon P? Oh my gosh, long time no see. How have you been, Panda? Also, Panda, I got your email about the form from last time. I did fix it like right after I saw your email, so thank you so much. And also, it's cool that you have a background in tech and all that. So I'll definitely have to send you like an email the next time I do giveaway if I have like any problems and stuff. So I really appreciate you for outreaching. Thank you so much for calling that out. Sorry, I didn't respond back. I saw it and then I was like, oh, let me fix it immediately. And then I just didn't think twice about the email. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And also, yeah, I'm very happy we got that win. Hopefully, some of you were able to capitalize on some wins today. Ending green on the accounts is pretty exciting. So, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It was very slow. It was very, very slow. But I'm happy we did our thing. I will still take a screenshot. I think this would be a good screenshot for my data regardless. Imbalance did not matter. So we did have a push here off of this trend. So let me take a full screenshot of everything. This is the 1 to 3, which I want to see that get tapped into. This is a 1 to 1, which we did get. So let me squeeze that over. Okay. Cool. Adding that to my thing. Where is our 1 to 3? A 1 to 3 would be here at 57.25. 57.25. Oh, is this going to bother me? I can't get it exactly on 25. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Let's see if we can get that. So which trade is this one? Oh, this is off the second demand push. I think we're going to hit it, guys. No, for real. Demand push. Yeah, I think we're going to hit it. Oh, missed out on that trade. All the way up with the top one account. That's okay. Daily payout. We'll take it. Tesla AAL. Great question. I will say, from the 3 you've listed, I would say, okay, we have to consider first Tesla that there is direct accounts with 2 firms, and then there is the like regular test accounts with all 3 of the firms, right? So I'm going to categorize it into 2 things to answer your question. The first category is if we only go based on direct accounts, then the 2 firms that are in that category is going to be Top One and TickTick. So that's category 1. Category 2 is going to be with all evals, right? Because obviously Funded Next has only evals, they don't have direct to funded. So that's why I did that. So first category is the direct accounts with TickTick and Top One. If you're looking for a live transition straight away, like you don't want any BS, you want a very clear path to the direct to or the live account, and you still want to get paid out along the way, TickTick is the way to go because they have a very clear live transition with the straight to SimFund Pro Plus accounts. The pricing point of those are really good too. The last couple of like months they've been doing 70% off. I think they just recently stopped doing 70% off, but holidays around the corner. Let's pray that they do it. But yeah, so I think TickTick is good in that realm. For Top One, I think that their accounts are decent. They're not like, in my opinion, like super top dog. But if I consider the payout speed of what I had back in May when I got paid out almost every week for my sim funded accounts, the account creation, and the pricing point at that time, then yes, I would say Top One. Not because of the live transition though, because with Top One's live transition, it's not. I don't think it's is as comparable to TickTick's. So I hope that answers that part. Category 2 is all the evals. So I've never had an eval with Top One. I've had evals with TickTick way back when. I'm talking like beginning 2023, end of 2022. So I don't really have a fair say in their eval phase anymore. I do miss their Express accounts. I think their Express accounts were freaking beautiful. Um, so I would, but I would easily say, even if I did have experience with the top one and TickTick compared to funded next, I would still say funded next is the best eval to funded accounts you can have, because with the legacy, there's no cap and the pricing point is good. There's no activation fee. And then if you go the rapid accounts, even better. Every 3 days you can take a payout, obviously respect to the payout rules, but the pricing point is really good there. No activation fees too. You can have multiple funded accounts on the 50s or the 25Ks. I think that the best, those two options. So yeah, funded next will have to easily win category 2. So I hope that helps. Simon. Oh, for sure. Thank you. Thank you. um, hmm. Oh man, that's a very interesting feeling, because I low key, Simon could relate to that, about feeling this dragging feeling, even though, you've been trading decent, but haven't been feeling really, really great, even when you are following your rules. Like that weird feeling. I kind of feel that too. I don't know if this is relative to you and your current status, but I think the reason why I have a dragging feeling is because, one, obviously my Shark Week is in a couple of days, so I'm definitely feeling the emotional feelings there. And then two, I think part of the dragging feeling for me is this idea that I'm still not trading to like the best of my abilities. Like trading decently is one thing, but trading really great is another. As we all know, when you're on point, you're on point. And so I feel like I haven't been really on point. And it shows, like today on my Lucid account, it really showed. The losses I took on the TradeDay account as well as my pre-live account they also showed, so it just, it feels like I'm moving the right way, but also not moving. So I feel like I'm not trading great, but I'm trading okay enough to keep on moving forward. So if that makes any sense. But yeah. Oh, got you. Pay without problems. So, I've been paid from all three firms. I've been paid from Top One, I've been paid from TickTick, and I've been paid from Funded Next. And I think the one where I got the least amount of like issues, and more importantly, like the fastest payout altogether, would probably be Funded Next. Funded Next, I just had to make sure, like, obviously identity verification was right. But then within less than 24 hours, they paid me out. If they didn't do 24 hours, if they surpassed 24 hours, they would pay me $1,000 bonus. But obviously they didn't, because they beat the time frame. So yeah, probably Funded Next. With TickTick, where there was an issue I had, not with TickTick, but with, I think it was Rise. So I factor that into the time frame of how long it took them to pay me. But I think even then it took them like 2 or 3 business days or something. I made a video about it. So yeah. And then with Top One, like I said, if it was back in May when I got paid out, it was pretty good. It was pretty fast. But given my recent experience, I have to factor that. Taking a bit longer than I expected. It keeps getting pushed back, and yeah, it's been an interesting situation. So that's why I say Funded Next. Sam. Honestly, I do like Top Step. I think Top Step is, in your opinion, you're saying it's not price competitive, right? I would say that, to preface, every firm has like their pros and cons, thus why they have a certain price point. So with Top Step, you have the ability, right, to have 5 XFAs, get a 5K payout max every single payout, and then you are able to transition into a live account with a balance of up to 150K, while also taking payouts too. There is no like micro scalping rule. There's like, so if you enter and exit very, very frequent, There's no like problem with that. And for someone that, that happens, break even, stop loss hits fast, or I'm in and out of trades fast, I think that's great. So it's like little things we have to consider of the features of the plan you're buying, and then try to figure out like, is this still competitive in the industry and makes sense to pay for it. So in my humble opinion, I think that TopStep still is a great firm to like buy accounts with, and a great firm to be able to scale and get paid out, and know that you will get paid out, because payouts and hours aren't really a thing with TopStep compared to other firms that you may know of. So that's why I think there's peace of mind, there's longevity with TopStep, so they're going to be here for a long time, I would imagine, given how long they've been already here and continuing to grow into a brokerage and all these other things. They have the ability to really scale you up. They give you bonuses when you scale up also, not in your XFAs, but in your live, which is a huge, still, that's a financial incentive. Um, so I would say it's still, I would still say that they're good. Also, they have the back to funded thing where you can reset your sim funded accounts now instead of having to pass an eval again. So, if that's something you care about, there's that. I've done that a few times on my take profit trader accounts, but I've learned that I don't want to do that anymore because it can get heavy with costs. Um, Especially because it's intraday with take profit on the pro side. If you're pro plus, it's end of day, makes sense to do it, but it's intraday on pro, so that's why I don't want to reset my funded accounts with TPT anymore. But with TopStep, they're end of day, so to reset it, it might cost a little bit more than expecting or than you would like to pay. But also it could be worth it because you skip eval and you know that you could take payouts within 5 days. You know it's end of day, and you know they're gonna pay. So I hope that answers your question. Jay Harris, I don't look at AMD. Actually, funny enough, I don't look at stocks. I know a lot of people look at stocks when they trade, but I just don't. I just focus on what I see on the NQ, like on the chart right now, and then I just go from there. So, um, yeah. Let's see. Caleb. Hey, what's up, Caleb? Caleb Vibes. I have a 100K trade day is review at 105 or 108 since it's every 5K. Great question. So, Caleb, your trade day account, every 5K gross profits, it doesn't matter the account size. If it's a 50K account, 100K account, 150 account, 50K account, it will always be 5K gross profits. So, yeah, every $5,000, you'll be able to have a review. So far, what I've seen is it's been pretty fast with the review though. So hopefully, when you get to that number, or if you already have, it's fast for you too. Eddie, it's not for me. Trading a lot of accounts, different setups, but don't trust myself trading them all together. Yeah, that's totally fine. There's a really cool streamer named FSP, fellow content creator in the space. I think he's so cool. He does not trade his accounts together either. He's someone that, really emphasizes about trading accounts individually, and that also helps with like mitigating risk of losing all of your accounts all at once. And especially, you added the cherry on top. If you don't feel confident and comfortable doing that, then I would highly recommend not to do what makes you very uncomfortable and that pushes you to be unconfident in your trading. Do what feels right, Do what is logically right, financially right, and psychologically right for you. I would say don't do what anyone is telling you to do just because they're telling you to do it. If someone on the internet, if it's a famous streamer or a famous content creator, even myself, if anyone were to ever tell you like, hey, you need to do this because it's the only way to do it, just know that that's not right. Like, there's a lot of ways to do things, and if you don't feel like it's good for you to copy trade, then don't do it. And that's totally fine. Especially if you are trading your accounts differently, like you just said, you take different setups on different accounts, like even more reason why copy them all together wouldn't make the most sense in your particular strategy. So do what is good for you, 100%. Oh my gosh, it's 11:47, y'all. An hour 45-minute stream is crazy. We've been growing low key in the amount of people that have been coming to the stream, so I appreciate you guys. Like, that's so cool. That's literally so cool. So thank you. Let's see. Caleb, favorites TradeDay, MyFunded, and Tradeify. Oh yeah, love that list. That's a great list, Caleb. For sure. MyFunded Futures definitely is like Oh my gosh, actually, you guys, speaking of my funded, I love them. I think they're just a freaking great firm and they pay out fast, great customer service. Like, oh, great, great, great firm. But I realize the scale plan right now, don't they have that really great deal that I had talked about or I posted on my channel? And I wanted to participate in it. Yeah, it's right here. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So, literally, it's ongoing right now. It's the 50K Flex add-on for free. So right here, limited time only, 6K payout request, 127 all in, but with my code 5% off, it's like 120 bucks. Code Jess. So yeah, I might have to just, lock this in. Because normally it's $1,500 for the 50K account, but now it's up to 6K. So, oh man, I should have been trading this. Honestly, I low-key might pick up some accounts this week. Not today, because it's already end of day. But I like that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, I'll have to remind myself about that this week and put a note. But yeah, I love my funded features. Tradeify is freaking sick. Like their payout speed, customer service, the transparency, the way that they've been growing. Like they've just been killing it. Paying out all the time. Literally, like, I think there's zero denials at this point. And then obviously TradeDay. I talk about them all the time. Love TradeDay. Literally love TradeDay. All right, guys. Literally, the only thing that I want to see in a forward testing moment right now to screenshot is a push into this 1 to 3, which is at 57.50 or 25. 25. Oops, is this right? Yeah, 57.25. So once we get into that, that's a 1 to 3 for a good screenshot for my data. And yeah, but otherwise we've taken all of our trades. So if you are looking for a potential trade idea, I'm not trading anymore in this current moment. Maybe we'll find something, but I feel pretty happy with ending my day green on the accounts and not trying to push for more. So yeah, I don't want to have anyone like being here and just expect like they're just waiting for a trade or something, because I'm not currently taking any. So I hope that helps. But if you stay, I appreciate you. Because we're just talking and vibing. Let's see. Yeah, no, no, of course, Tesla. I got you. Let me know if you have any more questions. Sam, yeah, cool, no prob. Yeah, I do trade pretty much all the time, Sam. Like every day at this point. News, no news, Monday through Friday. If you had been following me, you might have seen that I used to talk about how Fridays were my really bad days. And funny enough, I was able to start to break out of that kind of psychology, that mental barrier I put on myself. The reason why though I said that before was because my numbers, my stats showed that Fridays were not my best days. And maybe to this day it's still not my best day, but I've been able to learn how to one kind of like limit that thought on myself, because then if I go into the day thinking Fridays are my worst days, then I'm already kind of putting that energy out, making myself feel some type of way about the day of trading, specifically Friday. And that doesn't help the mental, right? We don't want that. I don't want that. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing too is because I've been more focused on, even if price is crap, if the setup is there, I'm going to take it. Like today, price has been so slow. It's been so ugh to me, right? But we took the trade and we were just sitting in it for forever. Even the ones that the previous ones that I had, that I lost that one losing trade, but then we were still in the other two contracts and we were able to lock in profits. Hence why we were able to end extra profits in green. I think we started the stream at like $1,200 profit, made an extra 1,100. It's like, I don't care if its price is choppy. If the setup is there, I'm gonna take it. So same thing for Fridays. Like even if I don't like Fridays, even if I feel like X, Y, and Z, or based on past data points, it says this. If the setup is there, like the worst thing I can do for myself is not take it. So it's better to just take it. So that's what I did. Or that's what I'm doing. And it's been helping too. Caleb, ooh, I am with you on that one. 100%. Caleb said, for stream, if you didn't see, that as someone who has been inches away from payouts, my biggest issue has been going in way too heavy. That happened to me today. Prime example, my Lucid accounts one account is 2 days from payout, the other three or four, I'm sorry, other two are 2 days from payout, and then I have another extra two that I passed, which I need full 4 more days. But in any case, they're right there at payout, very, very close, right? And I didn't necessarily have to go for a full trade. I could have went on M&Q. I could have got a quick $100 flip. It could have been easy for me, but instead, like, I decided to trade normally, and I did follow my system at first, and then because of choppiness I was like, oh, I can't handle this, go in and out, go in and out. Psychology started to kind of crumble a little bit, and then it got to the point where that led to the heavy sizing. So yeah, I feel you on that, and now I hit my personal daily loss limit, so now it's pushing me back on my payouts that I know I could have locked in this week. So yeah, you're not alone in that, Caleb. 100%. I wish that it was something that was easy to fix, and it could be easier, or like there's a simple way to fix it, but it's not easy. There's a simple way, but it's not easy, you know? So I feel you. Jaime. Is it Jaime or is it? I think it's Jaime. 20-30 accounts with a 5K buffer, and you're doing two micros, two trades a day. I don't understand how traders blow their accounts and why they YOLO them is insane. Yeah, I mean, hey, right, everyone has a different either prop firm strategy, or they have a different technical analysis strategy, and they might have a different psychological strategy. Um, it's all depending on the trader. Like, for some people, it doesn't make sense how people blow that many accounts. Other people are like, I get it. Like, I'm still new and I'm blowing accounts. Like, it's part of the tuition we pay, right? Like, it's kind of, I think it really depends on where they are in their journey and what kind of strategy for all the concepts in your trading, how they are applied and what they are. So, yeah, I've never been really one to, like, well, one, worry about how much people are blowing. And then the second piece, I've never really been one to say, like, or judge people for how much they blow. Like, okay, there's some really crazy numbers out there, really crazy numbers out there, like really crazy. But we also have to consider, have they been paid out a lot? You know, have they been fully degenning every single time, or are they actually learning from their mistakes? Because even if you spend, let's say, 200K in your beginning years in expenses for your trading, but now you're hitting consistent profitability, Lord knows how quickly you'll be able to not only make those losses back, but turn profit. You know, because once you lock in your strategy for psychology, for trading, like your system, your technicals, and then your risk or your prop firm strategy, like that can change everything. So that's why, I don't know, I think it could be really, you're right, it can be insane if people aren't learning or like doing better from all the big losses that they have, such as like 500K in losses or like a million losses or something. But I'm actually much more looking forward to when those people turn the corner and they find that consistent profitability. That's going to be so just satisfying, so satisfying. And then you guys know those stories where people in current day, the people that are super profitable, they talk about their starting years like, oh man, I remember I had lost 400K in the beginning of my trading journey. And then now with all their proof and statements, they're making, my golly, like 5 million a year. It's like those losses never even mattered to begin with, you know? So that's the point that I'm so excited for. Like, hearing people's story when they turn that page, it's so freaking satisfying, and I can't wait for that for myself too. All right, so we never got to that 1 to 3. That's kind of a bummer, but I'll give it 4 more minutes, and then I'm gonna just call it probably on the stream as I'm catching up with chat. I really wanted this 1 to 3, but it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, this could have been part of it, but this is off the second bounce play, which in essence is a very, very, yeah, still wouldn't have gotten up there. Is it? Yeah, it's this one right here. It would be here. Yeah, it was still wouldn't have even gotten up there. So, still waiting. We'll give it 3 more minutes now at this point. 2.5 minutes actually. See what happens. Oh, thanks Benu for coming in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you have a nice rest of your day at work. Lock Nguyen. I know a guy named Lock in real life. I don't know if you're the same guy, but instant funding, yes. So I have purchased instant funding from props, and I do currently have instant funded accounts with prop firms. Well, more specifically with Tradeify. And then with this top one account, the one before this was a straight to sim funded. So yes, I have purchased some before, and I am currently trading instant funded accounts. But I do really like the eval to funded stage as well. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. The cost for them makes sense, you know. So, oh, thanks, Chan. Like a professor is crazy. That's diabolical work. Because I'm not even a professor. I'm just your average girl just vibing, you know? But I like that. Okay, I like that. Yes, Eddie. Yes, this right here. We're all smart enough to recognize setups, but lack of discipline is what kills us. Yes, that right there. Flow. To add YM, so I believe with my funded futures, you're only given access to a certain CME bundle. I don't think YM is included in that bundle at this time. So I think to have access to that said instrument, the YM, you would probably have to purchase the that bundle. I don't know which one it falls in. I don't know if it's CBOT or what it is, but let me try to look for it right here. Here we go. Oh, okay, okay. Don't go buying anything yet, okay? Here is straight from their Discord. Straight from Discord. One moment, please. Okay. So Flow, straight from Discord, it says, so obviously GC1 is not what you're trying to trade. You're trying to trade YM, right? But it's the same idea. So it says, go to your billing portal in My Funded Futures website, click on the view market data, and then under yours, if it's TradeDay, then you'll do the upgrade button, and then whatever instrument you are trying to trade, you'll know what the bundle is called. So I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's CBOT or COMEX or whatever it is, but then you'll pick it and then choose it for data access. And then it says wait 4 to 5 minutes for it to sync, log out of your TradeAvate, and then log back in, and then your data should be updated with your YM stuff that you want. So I hope that helps. Oh, so sad. I really wanted it to hit. Okay. Hey Donna, happy Monday. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Hope all is well with you. Carter, videos or suggestions on how you trade or see the market. So I do have old videos of me on my YouTube channel, like the long form YouTube videos where I had edited and put things together, that explain like my strategy. So that obviously explains like how I see the market too. If it hits a certain level, like how does it work and stuff. So I do have those old ones. You'll find it under supply and demand on my channel. There's also a video about VWAP. That's a strategy I used to use in the past that I don't use anymore, but it was something that I used to use. So I have those two long form videos you can watch. Also, it might be a little bit more work. However, I think they can be helpful. On my YouTube community tab, I have a lot of different breakdowns. If you look at the ones that include pictures of my executions or like trades or my charting, those ones normally have something relative to technical analysis and how I was reading the market and psychology. The third thing is you can go into my live stream videos, especially the most recent ones within the last 3 weeks, I'll say, let's say the last month. That are currently public. I have some that I put on private over the last few months that don't show for whatever reason I did them from private. But the recent public ones, those ones do have explanations of how I see the market, what my playbooks are, being in actual trades together, and that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps you. I have not made a more recent video about my strategy is like a long form one where it's just a posted video. I am looking to do that. I am currently working on a charting video that was requested a while back. I just didn't have I don't even know what maybe call it capacity, I suppose, to finish it or to do it when I was starting it before. So I'm working on that now. I'm not sure when it's going to come out because I keep doing multiple takes and it's not clicking whenever I do it, and just I sound like I'm rambling, and I don't want it to come out that way. So I'm thinking about doing like a whole setup of like a presentation with pictures, and then do like a live example of said charting things. So anyways, that will come out hopefully before November. That's the goal. So, if you're already subscribed, then you'll get notifications. But if you're not subscribed, I would recommend to subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you'll see that video when it comes out. But yeah, I hope that helps. And View, oh my gosh, girl, hey. I know, I'm sorry, last week I didn't focus on live streaming. I just wasn't like in it. I think part of it's just because my Shark Week emotions and like all the things, was just happening for me. And I just figured let me focus on my own thing and just try to lock in. So that's what I did. I'm sorry, but yeah, hopefully this week I'll be streaming a little bit more, maybe at least one more day this week. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we did take some trades this morning. If you weren't a part of it, I'm sorry, but we did take some trades this morning. How have you been, Mvu? Carter, back and forth with futures, do well, then give back, and it's inspiring. I am from MN, by the way, too. What is MN? I am from MN. Is that Minnesota? I'm not from. Is that Minnesota? I'm not from Minnesota. If that is what MN means, but that's really cool that you've been dipping into futures and showing support. I appreciate you for that, Carter. Um, yeah, I'll get to it with making some more long form content explaining the strategy, so then people don't have to go to my past old strategy videos or to my live streams or to like my community posts, because there's a lot of written posts and a lot of posts in general that I make, and I know it could be a lot of work and overwhelming. So I'm hoping that, again, at least by the end of October, I'll have the charting video. Before 2025 ends, I'll also have my clear playbook videos of like what I look for and like live trade examples. My goal is to have all that out before the year ends so that I can always direct people to it, because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. So yeah, I got you. Just 2 months. I need at least the next 2 full months. I don't want the videos to be bad either. So hey, Flash Waters. No, yeah. Thank you for even being part of the stream. Appreciate you. Thank you. Super random when I stream, right? And when I stream, I always say, I'm gonna end it soon. I'm gonna end it soon," and then I never end it soon. So, yeah. Oh, no worries, Carter. Yeah, no, I'm from California on the West Coast. So, yeah, the weather's been good though. It's really nice today. I'm going to be right after stream. I have to get ready, have some food, and then prepare for the gym. Guys, I've been back in the gym. I'm so happy. It's been good. Mentally, I've been feeling good because I've been able to hit the gym. So, yeah, I'm going to do a whole psychology update this week as well about where I'm at for the channel to just document as well. So, thanks, Envu. Appreciate you. And no, G Tibet. No, no, no. No, not trading. Not a trader. I do not have any. Funny enough, I have no loved ones at all that are traders, like futures traders. Most of the people that I know that are futures traders are from online, and I know one guy in real life when we were doing like options trading together back in 2019, 2020. We did it very, very rarely. Two of my guy friends. They did it very small, but they didn't stick with it. They like completely dropped off. And then for me, like I was with it for a little bit and then I stopped. And then I had one other friend that was doing very, oh no, no, no. My sister and her husband at the time, also 2019, 2020, whenever it was, with Dogecoin and like the whole crypto stuff, we used to crypto trade together for a little bit. And I'm talking maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, doing Polkadot, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, AMC, all that stuff. Also stopped. They stopped doing it after that. And then for me, I just held long term, or at least I did at the time, and then I sold. So yeah, that was like the last time I really traded with people in real life. And then present day, the people I know that are in the trading world, one guy, he's hedge fund. He manages a bunch of people on his team that are actual traders. So he's like the leader of that said trading group. I don't think he actively trades anymore. I think he just manages them, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, I haven't seen him in months, dude. But he Phew, yeah, he's real cool. Like he speaks like how he knows the market. You know, he's a professional, a real professional. So that was really exciting to meet someone that does that in real life. I need to reach out to him to see how he's doing. And then the second person I know in real life is shoot, who was it? It's not hedge fund. It's oh my gosh, do I not know one other person in real life that knows how to no, I think that's it. I could have swore I said on my channel there was one other person, but I guess not. Oh well. Well, if I ever remember, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so for right now that I can't remember, it's only one person I know in real life that trades like that. So, like in Forex, he does Forex though. He was trying to get me to get into Forex, funny enough, because of how it's just more opportunity, basically, is how he explained it. And then obviously, if you're like the slippage is one thing, but because he's with hedge, like it's different. You know, when you're in that world, when you're that professional and all that stuff, it's different for them. They pay so much money for all the resources and tools they have, so it's different than a retail trader. But yeah, he's up there. But no, he doesn't give me any inside information though. He has not like sat down and taught me any strategies. He's only talking. He's only spoken to me in the gym when we're like working out. We run into each other. Like he's just told me, hey, you need to make sure you're back testing at least a year worth of your data. And then when you do, come back to me and tell me everything. And then he also told me about how it's a brain game. Training is not a strategy game, it's a brain game. He said that you need to train your brain in a way where if you could sit at the charts for 12 hours and still execute at a high level, then you'll do good. But if you cannot do something like that, then you need to continue to work on your brain because trading is a more psychology thing than it is a strategy thing. Strategy is important, it is important, but he said that you really need to make sure that you know how to, train your brain, essentially. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, from a professional that makes a lot of freaking money, like that's good to know. So, anyways, I'm done with that story. But yeah, Jay, oh, you're from the Bay. That's so cool. I actually want to go up to the Bay and visit sometime soon. I'm trying to take my mom to Canada. Funny enough, to Vancouver, right above Washington. Do like a little road trip. I think it would be really sweet. It's on my mom's bucket list, and I think it would be so fun. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to lock in first with my training. I don't feel like I deserve any type of break just yet. I know I'm taking a trip soon for my friend's birthday, funny enough, so that sounds very like a hypocrite. But yeah, it's for my friend's birthday, and I feel like for September I did decent, more decent than I have been doing. So that's why I was like, okay, like I'm down for it. And so if I can continue this momentum of just doing more decent and better, then I want to lock in a trip to Canada for my mom. So yeah, road trip from SFC. Oh, that's cool. Oh, not worth it. Oh wow, that's so crazy. They hate Californians, so please only. Dang, that sucks. That sucks to hear. I've only flown into Seattle. I've never drone from SF to Seattle. So, how long is that drive? Is it like a nice? Is there nice views at least outside of like the way that they treat us people, like the police treat us Californians when you drive through that area? All right, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. Not really catching anything left for this trading day. I'm gonna come back, of course, tomorrow, and if it hits the 1 to 3, I'll take a screenshot. But for right now, it hasn't hit the 1 to 3 idea with this. On this, it has. Oh, what's this actually? Oh yeah, this. So I guess this would count as our 1 to 3. One, two. No, this would be 2 here. Is this 3? Hmm. Okay, what I'll do is I'll still take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and add it to my other one. Oopsies, wrong button. Okay, screenshot. There we go. I want to be able to see the candle though. Oh, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Where's the date at? My date. Oh, let me move this. Okay. I need to review this stuff. Okay, sweet. All right, cool. Let's see. Faisal. I actually do not know. It is a personal question. It's not something that I also share on the internet because I mean there's certain parts in my opinion that I think are things I want to share. Everyone has a different opinion on it and that's totally fine, but I actually don't know the number right now. So, yeah, when I do taxes is kind of when I actually look at everything. So, that's when I'll consider like all my expenses from courses, mentorships, if I bought any mentorships, Discord, just anything educational, obviously equipment, and then expenses with prop firms, my live account, like all I look at everything during tax season. So yeah, I don't have a number for you at this time. But yeah, all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it though for sure here. It's a little bit bummed we didn't get that full 1 to 3 off of this tap here. However, if it is based off of this tap, we did get the 1 to 3. It's something that I have to review to see like, okay, what actually happened here? Did I miss something? Because it's clear that right now in this moment I've missed something if this is supposed to be the 1 to 3. So, in any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone's time and support and just the willingness to be a part of the journey. I know there's a lot of content creators in the space, a lot of streamers, a lot of people that are still new in the space too that are trying to grow, and so I'm really thankful when you guys do pop into my stuff and like comment on my videos and all those other things. Like it means a lot, it really does. So yeah, I hope that I can just become more confident in myself and my strategy and everything, so then the content that I can slowly move toward is the content that can help even more than just the psychology stuff, because I think psychology is still the number one important thing, but I do want to be able to pour more into the strategy side of things for y'all, especially because I've been getting more questions about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much, literally, for everything. I appreciate you so much. Cars and football, bye. I hope you have a nice day. Everyone else, stay blessed. I wish you guys nothing but the best and the most success in all that you do, and I will see you all in the next stream or in the next video.